Good evening, everybody. Desert Gold here. Kind of exciting time tonight. Got a couple things I want to cover real quick. Another somewhat warm night here in the Sonoran Desert. So I thought I'd come out in my little workshop and see what trouble I can get into. Just finished up putting some 10 mils together. Real quickly, this isn't what I'm going to be focusing the video on, but thought I'd just touch on this real quick. Put a number of 10 mils together, and if you can see, these are gold dot hollow points. 180 grain gold dot hollow points. Got starline brass. This is basically, for all practical purposes, a spear gold dot hollow point. I'm not trying to infringe on any kind of patent issues here or imply that I'm anywhere near that capability, but what I am getting at is you, as well as I or anybody with the desire, can take these components when available and put them together. So you have a 180 grain spear gold dot hollow point. That would be this guy right here. Buy a box, 100 of them for about $35. Okay, and then you get the powder of your choice, which is something that you've worked up based on experimentation and what you're looking for with respect to how you want your gun's performance to be, with respect to accuracy, recoil, muzzle flash, a number of things, self-defense, or are you hunting. There's a myriad of things that you want to look at when putting a round together, and that's what makes reloading interesting. I mean, it's not necessarily you're going to save a ton of money on reloading, because you're not going to. That's why you think you're going to reload, then you're going to be disappointed. Yes, you will save money, but the real advantage to reloading is contouring these rounds to what you want. A spear gold dot hollow point's going to be somewhere in the range of about 1,100 feet per second, give or take about 20 or 30 feet per second. The powder load that I'm using, same bullet that they use, brand new starline brass, Winchester, in this case Winchester large pistol magnum primers. These are putting out 1,250 feet per second. So what you've basically done is taken all the best components and constituents of what you're looking for, either in a hunting or self-defense round, and contoured them to what you're looking for and what your needs are going to be. Now, I haven't checked the prices recently on spear gold dot hollow points, or for that matter Hornaday's critical defense, or any of these what I call exotic loads that come in boxes of 20. But I can guarantee you that even using fresh brass and the Hornaday, the spear gold dot bullets, my loads, there's 100 rounds. I probably put it together for, say, $50. It's quite a bit less than the 25, some $20, $22 for 20. Around $22 to $25 that you're going to spend for 20 rounds in a box. whether it's Hornady, Spear, whatever. It just bears looking into. Again, I'm not trying to say that I'm in any category that equates with these major companies. I'm just saying that it gives you something to look at, and it gives you something to, as I said in the past, get excited about and check into. But now we're going to get to what I really want to address is my new acquisition, and I'm going to set this aside here for a second. I am really excited about this. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this on my camera, but for those of you that are familiar with CMP, you probably already know what's in this case. Kind of excited. I just came from my shooting range to pick this up. This is my first Garand, M1 Garand. I have wanted a Garand for as long as I can remember. A lot of reasons go into it. In the recent past, just things like my father-in-law actually fought in the Ardennes, in the Battle of the Bulge. I mean, how many people do you know that were at that time and place, the Battle of the Bulge? I mean, that's just phenomenal. I mean, there are just not that many people even living anymore that can remember or bring the past back to us like that. Much less today's generation. It's kind of sad, you know. I mean, I work in a retail environment, and you know, the younger kids, you ask them where, you know, you ask them where Tarawa was, you ask them where Normandy was, you ask them where the Ardennes is, and they don't have a clue about what you're talking about. I mean, believe it or not, I asked one 20-year-old who Custer was, and she did not know. You know, I'm sorry, I don't know, I get fired up a little bit because there are way too many young lives that have been sacrificed for what you and I take for granted on a daily basis, and I refuse, I've said this in the past, I refuse to let that become commonplace. Enough of my preaching. I'm kind of nervous because this, one of my requirements for the purchase of the Garand was that I wanted something dating in the World War II era. And you'll see a lot of Garands for sale. CMP is an excellent place, and by the way, if you want to get involved in owning your own piece of history, this company is where you want to start. Reputable, they will get you a gun or a rifle that has been completely gone through, and you know you're getting a quality product and a piece of history. Now, this particular case, I did not, you know, given that, this particular case, I did not go to CMP. It just so happens the person I bought this from had a CMP hard case that came with a rifle, so it's kind of an added benefit. Now, there's pluses and minuses to purchasing a Garand in this time frame. One, obviously, it was a very traumatic and very tumultuous part of our history. Many years ago. So these are going to be aged weapons. They're not going to look like your black rifle off the rack, you know, shiny, ready to go weapons. And that's what makes this kind of a difficult thing, because you have to decide in your mind what's important. And to me, importance is not forgetting the past. And I hope somewhere some of you kind of feel the same. So I knew, and I'll be honest, I haven't really checked this out yet, so we're all gonna see this for the first time, and I kind of did this on purpose because I've been waiting a week for this, and I've been on pins and needles. You know, you buy something online. I bought this on Guns America, and pictures don't always represent accuracy. They don't, you know, the descriptions don't always represent the truth. So you're at the mercy of what you see online, and in this case I'm in the same boat. So I figured whatever which way the winds blow us, you're gonna see it, and we'll deal with it come hell or high water. Alright, so here we go. Alright, I'm going to get this out in the light, so don't worry about what you see right now. This is what appears to be walnut or dark wood stock on an M1 Garand Springfield arms in this case. Came in the hardwood case. Also comes with one of the clips and a 30 caliber M1. Read this first kind of manual. So let's set this aside. Get the case out of the way so we can keep some light on the subject. Alright, let's see if we can get some light on this. I don't have a mobile video system, but I'm going to try to do the best I can. There is quite a bit of pitting right there on the butt. I'm going to try and get that in the light. In fact, I'm going to see if I can get some better light on this. Quite a big piece of wood missing out of that. I don't know if you can see on the camera, and I'm not even sure if the camera's focusing in the right place, but actually, you know what? Give me a second. I'm going to go off camera and bring in a better spotlight.